Hello and welcome. I wanted to do this quick video on how to get started with Anthropic's Claude 2.0. Now, let's go to the computer here and check this out. If you go to anthropic.com and you'll come up to their homepage right here, if you notice on the lower left corner, you can talk to Claude right here. So click that button, talk to Claude. It'll take you to the login page to start with Claude. You can enter your email address and sign up with an email, or you can continue with Google. Now, if you don't have a Google account, I highly recommend you just get a Google account. It is very easy to sign up to all of these chatbots and anything else that you want to do on artificial intelligence, some of these other websites, and you want to try different apps. Go ahead and get a Google account because they have a lot of single sign-on stuff with the Google account. So I'll just click on here, sign into my account. Give me 1 second, it'll get me right in. Now, the first thing you notice, it'll come right to this welcome page. In here, let me just walk you through real quick the UI, what it looks like. Up top is where you put your prompt. You write your prompt in the box. You have an option to add a file, and we'll cover a little more about that in a second. And then here's where you click to basically hit enter and get the model to start producing the response. So under here is basically your history of the different conversations you've had with the model. So similar to ChatGPT, though ChatGPT would do it on the left-hand side, the UI here is a little bit cleaner, a little bit nicer, and you can look straight down and see the different conversations you're having with the model. Now, let me go through and give you a quick example. I'm going to paste here a prompt that I use a lot to test some of these things. So I'll hit go. Once you put in a prompt, you are entered into the conversation page. So from here, you have a quick explanation. So I asked it basically workout program. I have 3 days a week. I weigh a certain amount. I want to build muscle mass. So it gave me a workout program. So I use this to test out these models and see how quick the response is and what kind of information I get. Now, if you notice down in this bottom corner, and I'll zoom in a little bit, you can copy the text, or you can try again. If you don't like the response, you go ahead and do it again and have the model test it and run another iteration of it. So another thing I wanted to go over, let's go over the attachment here. If you notice, there's a little tooltip here, and I'll move myself over to the side so you can see it. Let me zoom. I'm zoomed in. So it says here you can add files, 5 max, 10 megabytes each, and accepts PDFs, TXT, CSV, so etc. Some of those files. Now, it says 5 max, 10 megabytes each, but that doesn't mean you can put one file that's 50 megabytes, right? Because there is a limit of 100,000 tokens that you can process. So the file gets uploaded, and it's almost as if you typed all the information in. So if you're familiar with ChatGPT, if you copied and paste text off of a website or an article and you want to get summarization, it'll put all the text in the prompt window here, and then you type right under it. Well, Claude doesn't do that. It actually makes it a nice, clean little file. So let me give you an example of that. If I were to put in a file here, and let me just find real quick a file. Let me put this paper, a research paper on machine learning. So if you notice, it gave me a little box and it says it's a research paper, a little PDF. It's only 321 kilobytes. Okay, then I can ask it, what is this file about? And let me zoom out a little bit. Now, there's quite a bit of text in this file, so obviously it's going to take a little longer than if you had a smaller file. But once it's done processing, it gives me basically a quick summary of what this PDF is about. So very useful, definitely, that you can add small PDFs out of the box so that you can get maybe a summary of one of these research papers or anything you have that's a PDF file that you want to get a summary of. Now, the other thing that I want to go over is that there's a nice little tooltip down here, and maybe you guys can see it. Let me zoom in a little more. Maybe too much. If you look down here at this little tooltip, it has enter to send, shift plus enter to add a new line, and command K to create a new chat. Now I have a Mac, so it's command K. I'm sure on a Windows machine it's probably control K. So basically, say you added some information here. And you want to continue to add information to your prompt, you hit shift enter and it'll add a line. So you can do this with ChatGPT, with Google Bard. It's the same functions. If you're familiar with that already, it works the same here. Now, let me zoom back out. So if you notice, we are in the chat. In order to get back out to the main page that had all of the chats, it's either Command K or Control K. That will get you out back to this page, and then you can start a new chat file, put in a new file, and continue from there. You can X out and go to your previous chat that you were in. Another way you can get out is if you click up here to their little logo on the top left. It is the same thing as hitting Command K, which will also give you it'll also get you back to the main page. Now, this does not have the feature that ChatGPT has, the code interpreter. So you can add files, but it's not going to provide you with graphs, analyze the data, give you visualizations on the data. So it is not the code interpreter part of ChatGPT. It is just a very basic file processor to just read what's in that file. So that's how you get started with Claude 2.0. Go ahead and log in, play around with it, and let me know what you think in the comments. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Consider subscribing for more content. Check out my other videos on ChatGPT or the news. And until next time, bye for now.